Hi, this is Jan from Log Cabin Leather. I'm here in the basement of my log cabin home where I make all my handmade leather products. If you don't know who I am, again, I started making leatherwork back in 1977, so 44 years ago now, and it all began with this book. If you want to read a little bit more about my story, in the description below this video, you can read a little bit more about how I get started. But today I'm really going to discuss why leather became my passion. And the simple explanation for that is because you can do so much with it. I always love crafts. I love making things. I'm a fidget. I can't sit still. I always have to be doing something. So, I discovered leather and it was the one that stuck because you can make so many different things with it. And I really can't decide which aspect of it I love more because I love all aspects of it, really. I mean, there's a few things I don't care to do, but like finishing the edges of belts, but belts have always been my best seller. So um, you do what you have to do. Now, again, I make lots of different products. I love tooling designs, which are these, which are creating, how well that shows on the camera, these beautiful designs. These are all my own creations. They are done by stamping one of these impressions at a time. They're hammered in. This is the same thing done over again, positioning them on the leather to make a pattern, basically a geometric pattern. And I absolutely love making these. And the patterns are all random. There's something I make up on the spot. It's really how I do it. It's called touch points. I make one design, and then the rest of the design touches or builds or is positioned according to, to that first start, the one I start with. And that's how I build the designs. If you want to find more about that, I have other videos that show my creation process and things behind that, both on YouTube and on Facebook. So I love doing the designs like that. I also make lots of solid leather belts. This is my chocolate brown belt. This is actually the inside of this is the leather here. This is actually a small piece. I'm gonna have to order more of that, and I cut it into belts. So this piece has to be rolled out on the table. It's 5 feet or more longer. This one actually is short. It's only about 5 feet long. Most of my belts I make even longer than that because people come in all sizes. So I custom fit the belts, which is one of the reasons, again, my belts are my best seller. They're solid pieces of leather. They're not going to fall apart. Even the ones you buy in high-end stores, now they're a very thin piece of leather sewn together and they fall apart. That's the biggest complaint I get about belts. Mine are solid leather. People come back because they love them. They also, again, love the unique tool designs on them. If that's your fashion style and you love that. And because of the colors I add to them, the other thing people love about them is I also have my buckles are removable. So if you have a fancy buckle, many people my age have the old big, beautiful brass or sterling buckles and so forth, which were a big thing back then. And the belt hasn't lasted or they've outgrown it, things like that. So they want a belt to put that buckle on. Well, that's another thing I can do. So that's another reason why my belts are my best seller. I do love making the designs on them and so forth. And that clearly has always been, what draws people to my booth and to my sales. It's harder online because you can't really see that quality. And that's the toughest thing online is one solid piece of leather. I don't know if you can see on the camera the thickness here of the belt. That's how thick the belt is going to be. And then I cut the belt strips so they are 100% handmade. The leather I use is eco-friendly. It's not going to hurt the environment. It's tanned with natural things like the bark from trees, oak tanned, vegetable tanned leather because it uses plant-based products. The tooling designs like that have always been one of the things I've made for 44 years. I started with 5 little tools. I still have those 5 little tools. And one of those is, it's called a veiner, and it's used in almost all my designs. I use some sort of veiner, it's called. That wasn't the original intention for these tools. They were used to make floral designs and make kind of the veins on flowers, but I use them a little bit differently. The other thing I love to do is, of course, cover the pictures. Now, this is going to be a wall hang. Really, I made one for custom order, but I don't usually do wall hangings. I've never done something just this big to sell. I did a special one that had a certain mountain that the house has the view of, and the moons on it on the lake, which are, again, something that are very common around where I live. Minnesota, Wisconsin, moons are very popular. So I love carving the pictures. I do a lot of pictures like that. What I've done in the past is on book covers. Those are not as popular anymore. But again, I love painting the scenes and stuff. So my book covers may become more of a custom, making the book cover the size and so forth that you want with the picture you want on it. So a little more customized on that end instead of having a large variety of them to carry around when I do craft shows and so forth. But I love carving the pictures. I love the painting of the pictures. And my newest painting is making butterflies and the leather jewelry. That started a number of years ago. I started with leather feather jewelry, and that collection has been real popular. But since then, I went on to butterflies. And again, butterflies is something as a teacher I always studied with my classes, the life cycle and so forth. So studying different types of butterflies, the colors and things like that. I actually also, about my products, I do have articles on my blog that explain the process of how I make things, information about things like the butterflies or the loons and so forth that inspire my products. And so forth, places that inspire my products and things like that. So butterflies have become my thing now because I love painting these. Now I have to create the pattern for these and draw the shape of the butterfly. They are based on real butterflies. I'm sure the monarch, everybody recognizes. I do have to paint them, and I actually love painting them. This is actually a type of monarch too, a rainbow monarch. And really, butterflies, because of their wings that are iridescent, depends on the light you see them in, they reflect different colors. So this, in fact, is a monarch. Again, a different species of monarch, but again, into certain lights, it reflects the beautiful rainbow colors like that. But I can make these this big. I've made some for like a wall hanging. People want butterflies to just hang on their wall. I can make those. I make them all different sizes. So I make them going to be hair pieces, either stick barrettes, clip barrettes, again, clip barrettes in all different sizes, things like that. I make them into little tiny sizes where I'm going to put them like the little tiny butterfly onto the flower for like a 3D earring. So the butterfly will stick out like it's sucking the nectar from the flower, things like that. So that's becoming a passion. And again, it's all about the painting, really. Again, learning about the different butterflies. So far, I make 27 different butterflies. I could make 50 more. But again, I'm trying not to get too carried away with the different species and so forth. But they are... I have a few I've taken the liberty with colors with, but the majority, like this one, is based on real butterflies. And again, I'm researching online, or I'm looking at books that I used when I was a teacher that talked about the different varieties and species of butterflies. So books I have on that of real photographs of butterflies and so forth. So that's pretty much just going to wrap it up for now. If you are interested in learning more about my products, you can follow me on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel, Log Cabin Leather by Jan. But the best way to stay in touch with me and learn about what's up and happening is to become a VIP insider. That means you join my email. There is a link below this video in the description where you can join. And when you become a VIP insider, you get early access to special promotions and things I have, product launches. You get access to it before it actually hits the market, and therefore you can purchase the things before they're available to anything else. And a lot of things like book covers or larger things are one of a kind. So, once it's gone, it's gone. Certain things like news about my shows. If you live locally, I'm in New Hampshire, but if you're in the New England area and you're up in the area, you might want to know when my shows are so you can come see my products in person. And you get special deals and things like that. So please join my email to find out more about what I'm doing and where I'll be, and to find out when I'm doing my live videos. I have sales on my Facebook page once a month. So again, you'll find out all about those and other sales and promotions and things I have, Black Friday sales and all that kind of thing, by joining my email. So that's really what you want to do to stay in touch. And, also have access and input, I should say, input into the products I'm making. I do ask my VIP inside is, what colors would you like to see products in? What, that type of thing. Is there a certain kind of butterfly you want? I can make it. I do custom work. So again, if you want a certain picture, you want a certain butterfly, you let me know and I can work on that for you. If you want your name, things like that on a belt, I do that. Guitar straps, I just, did a couple custom ones where it had special lettering and things that for, remembrance of a person who had passed and so forth. So I can do things like that too. That's going to wrap it up for now. Once again, this is Jan, Log Cabin Leather by Jan. Website is logcabinleatherbyjan.com. My Facebook page, Log Cabin Leather by Jan. My YouTube channel, Log Cabin Leather by Jan. So you should be able to find me in any of those places. Thank you very much. Have a great day.